these words easily roll off the lips of most people. It has gotten to the point where people will say, I love you, and have absolutely nothing behind it. Used to be a time where, guys were hesitant to say to a woman that they loved her, especially if they were dating them or something, because, they understood years ago that once you transcended it, it's like that's a transitional point in a relationship when a person says, I love you. But nowadays, it's not quite that way. I mean, guys meet women in clubs, and 20 minutes after meeting them, I love you, I'm gonna marry you, and it's really diminished the true meaning of the word. We know that our loved ones need to know how important they are to us, but sometimes we forget that God wants to hear these words too. Telling God we love Him and praising His character is the heart of worship. We should tell God that we love Him. We tell our loved ones that we love them. We'll say to our children, our spouses, our brothers and sisters, and even close friends that we have. We say, well, we love you or something like that. But, how often do we say to God, God, I love you. God, I appreciate you. God, I'm mindful of what you do for me. And I think it's a practice that we really should get into, reminding God. We're not reminding Him, but telling Him, just like we tell everyone else. We're always emphasizing the importance of establishing that relationship with God. And when you have a relationship with someone, you tell them that you love them. Yeah. And it's important to communicate with God. Don't ever get caught up in there's a certain way to talk to God. If you don't know how to pray, then if nothing else, just have a conversation with God, just as if He's sitting right there. And if you need to, you don't want people to think you crazy, just go in your bedroom and get an empty chair and sit it there. And if you need to pretend like God is sitting in that chair to have a conversation with Him, then that's what you do. If you're afraid to be driving. See, I've transcended. I've gone beyond the place of word. I'll be driving down the street and just be talking, Lord, I really appreciate what you do. I know people be riding by and I'm just there talking to myself, and I really don't care.
I have conversations when they're working.
I be having conversations all the time. People, who you talking to? I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to myself, or I'm talking to God. So I've kind of transcended beyond the point, but that's just crazy. I guess I'm crazy. But I have conversations with myself all the time. Now I don't answer myself. Now that's another level when you start talking to yourself and then answering yourself. And, what are you going to do today? Well, I don't know what I'm going to do today. That's a whole nother level there, you know what I'm saying? But talking to God, telling Him that you love Him, telling Him how much you appreciate Him, and letting Him know that you are mindful. I think, every parent or doesn't even necessarily have to be a parent, but a friend. I mean, if somebody does something for you, then it's good to occasionally, I really appreciate that you got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and came and helped me fix my flat tire. If you get up out of bed and drive across town to help somebody fix a flat tire, or pick them up because they stranded and you take them home and they don't even bother to say thank you or I appreciate it, or, chances are the next time your phone rings at 2 o'clock in the morning and they're stranded, you're going to be like, well, I got to go to work in a little while. I can't come help you. So it's always good to let God know we appreciate it. How do you show love to friends and family? How do you express your love to friends and family?
Being courteous, smile.
Being courteous, smile. Okay.
Kind words.
Kind words. Kind words is another way that we express our love and show our love to friends and family. Anybody else?
Doing things for them.
Doing things for them. Acknowledging them. You know, participating in their life, being concerned about their life. Nobody wants to answer their phone, and every time they answer their phone, the only thing you're saying is, "Can you give me? Can you help me? Can I have?" You know, and we all got relatives and friends like that. That every time the phone rings, 9 times out of 10, they're wanting something from you.
Yeah.
Sister Bob?
And my mother, she had gotten so tired of it by the time, you know, once you pass a certain age, you just pretty much say what you want to say. And so you call her, and she said, "Hey,
What you want?"
What you want?"
Call me for it.
'Cause